With automated workflows, out-of-the-box CI/CD, built-in AI, supercharged collaboration tools, and embedded security throughout the developer workflow, GitHub lets teams focus on what really matters. It's a place for anyone, from anywhere, to build anything. Find the plan that works for you at github.com. Let's build from here.
On December 25th, 1993, President Clinton, the self-styled comeback kid, released a statement following the death of Dr. Norman Vincent Peale.
Finally,
the power
Tennyson has his own car.
Clinton paid tribute to Peale's wondrously American values of optimism
his own vehicle.
And service.
Tonight we're going to draw the DX Mark
Peale was
10.
a family friend, pastor, and the greatest guy.
The perfect vehicle that matches
Peale
the Omnitrix.
insisted, you need be defeated only if you are willing to be. A message Mr. Trump seems to have interpreted in his own special way. While The Power of Positive Thinking is Peale's most successful book, reputedly selling 15 million copies, one of his earlier publications has a simpler title: You Can Win. Can Donald Trump win again?
Yes. Yes, he's going to win.
I'm John Prideaux, and this is Checks and Balance from The Economist. Each week, we take one big theme shaping American politics and explore it in depth. Today, the prospects for Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis, and the future of the Republican Party.
Here are its Omnitrix wheels.
Mr. Trump launched his third White House run this week in the ballroom of Mar-a-Lago. His speech was an hour long and contained many of his greatest hits, plus a new proposal to execute drug dealers. But the speech gained less attention than normal, and attention is Mr. Trump's lifeblood. Is there now an opening for another Republican? And is it Ron DeSantis? With me this week to talk about Donald Trump, his campaign announcement, and the Republican Party, what all this means for American politics, are Charlotte Howard in New York and Idris Kaloun in Washington. Idris, you're in Palm Beach this week, and you're the only man I know who would be able to go to Palm Beach and find a rare bookstore.
Yeah, that's right. I was looking around for some cultural enrichment, and I walked into a rare and fine bookstore, and I quickly realized that it was out of my price range, because the copy of Beloved that I was looking at was signed by Toni Morrison and cost $950, so I probably shouldn't have even been holding it. But they had a lot of cool stuff in there. They had an inscribed version of Profiles of Courage that Kennedy had sent to J. Edgar Hoover, which I think was only a few $100,000, so if you're in the market for it, it's there.
Palm Beach feels like the sort of place to be selling books for a few $100,000 that people perhaps haven't read. Anyway, moving on. Charlotte, how's your week been?
My week has been fine. I'm noting that Idris is wearing a fleece that has his alma mater's crest on it. And my conclusion, I think, is that a Harvard crest is to Idris what a diamond ring is to the women of Palm Beach. This is your reaction to the status symbols of Florida.
I think there's only 1 week a year where you're allowed to wear Harvard swag, and
there's no week.
That's before the football game with Yale, which Alice and I are going to. So that'll be exciting. We're going to see some college friends and see my sisters who are there.
This is a real test of your marriage, Idris. If she is still with you after you've dragged her to the pitiful display of athleticism that is the Harvard-Yale football game, it will be a sign of true love.
She's excited.
Okay, Idris, but before you get to the Harvard game, there's a lot of politics to digest. You've been writing large chunks of this week's Economist. Let's start in Florida. Where else? Idris, you were in the Sunshine State on Tuesday for Donald Trump's announcement, and then I think you swapped notes with our colleague Alexandra Such-Bass, who covers Florida for The Economist and has been writing about Donald Trump's likely rival, Governor Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, that's right. Alexandra and I jumped on a call to dissect the speech.
Idris, good to see you. What did you think last night?
I thought he was kind of low energy. He didn't seem to have his heart in it.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States. I didn't need this. I had a very nice, easy life. This is something I didn't need, and a lot of you people don't need either, but we love our country. We have to take care of our country. We have to save our country.
There he is.
It also
The
didn't
Styx
seem
Mark
like
10.
it was the big event that him descending from the staircase was in 2015, if you can remember that. And I think there were a few reasons for that. One, he had spoiled his own surprise by hinting as closely as one could hint on the campaign trail that he was going to be running again.
There we
Two,
are.
he didn't
That is how you draw the
diverge that
Styx DX Mark 10. One of my favorites vehicles. That's all for now. This is my second vehicle I've drawn so far.